Hello and welcome back to my Samurai Jack Retrospective. I'm your host, That Minnesotan Guy. You know the drill by this point. It's time for me to discuss another personal favorite episode of mine. If you want me to stop saying that, speak now. Well, alright then. Let's dive in and review Samurai Jack Episode 21, Jack and the Dragon.
We start this episode with Jack fishing.
Ooh, looks like there's amoebas in the water. Careful, Jack. You don't want one of those to eat your brain. Well now, the animals surely got the message. Unfortunately, they aren't running away from an amoeba. Oh, no. They're running away from something far more toxic. That's pretty much my reaction whenever there's a bad scent in the air.
Jack follows the gas and discovers a town.
Before I get to anything else, I would like to state that the music is very appropriate for this setting. It showcases the apocalyptic mood and reminds you of anything relating to biohazards. The sick man is also done very well and doesn't resort to graphic imagery in order to shock the audience. Oh yeah, this gas may be deadly, but wait till I unleash the Trixie virus on these people. I'm beginning to suspect that something is very wrong with me. Anyway, back to the review.
Jack asks the man about the gas and where it comes from. After the man talks about how it destroyed the crops, his condition worsens.
Remember this, everyone. Try to stay healthy. You don't want to end up like this guy.
Jack evades the gas and cuts his way through it. Don't question it. He then uses a grappling hook to enter the town.
Oh, Mother of Mercy.
As someone who is fascinated by history, I think that this episode does a great job of portraying a sort of Black Death scenario. The town looks really dirty, the people are in a terrible state of living, and the animals look really sick. Trust me, this is what medieval times looked like.
The earth then shakes as a large gas cloud approaches the town. Jack follows the villagers to a shelter, but a cat gets there first. Everyone panics, and the gas makes the people suffocate.
At least Jack did the smart thing. I often try this trick as well.
Jack hears a whistle and arrives at the home of a scissorsmith.
Scissorsmith! Scissorsmith!
Should I be disturbed by this type of thing? Perhaps. But I am tough. I guess maybe it's best not to ask what happened with his nose.
The scissorsmith mistakes Jack for a customer and offers him sausages.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Daddy, would you like some sausage?
He also offers Jack a rag, coal, and pickled camel feet.
You know what? I think I'll save my money. These products don't sound very attractive.
The scissorsmith figures out that Jack wants information and shows him something.
Do you see the words free information anywhere on that sign?
No.
Try using this magnifying glass. See it now?
No.
Well, that's because I don't sell free information!
Dude, when someone asks for information, you give it to them with no problem. This isn't that hard.
Enough of this foolishness! You will tell me where the stench comes from! Now!
All right.
I agree with Jack. Tell me now, or I'll shut your business down for good.
The crow tells Jack that the smell comes from a dragon. The dragon lives in a spire which is east of the town. Jack heads off to the spire, but the scissorsmith gives him an organ.
Sheep's bladder. It'll help you breathe up there in those fumes.
I hope that bladder has no remaining amounts of piss in it. That would really suck.
If you have any small children with you, secure your own mask first, then the child's. You will find exits located to the east and south end of the cabin. Beverages will be served shortly.
Oh man, I find that bizarrely funny. Also, I think it's safe to assume that the scissorsmith worked on an airplane before the events of this episode. Thankfully though, I haven't used an oxygen mask during a ride. What? I'm iffy about taking rides on planes.
At the fork in the road, follow the rocky path. It will take you to the dragon's lair.
Where will the other one take me?
Space Ace!
This is funny too. The scissorsmith has made a reference to Don Bluth's most famous video games.
Jack makes his way up the spire only to come to a halt. He then climbs up and grabs a feather.
I didn't know Mothra was in this episode.
As the moth goes higher, we see the deadlier effects of the gas.
I understand what this can do to you. The gas causes lung cancer. Inoperable. In all seriousness, though, it's actually very unnerving to see Jack go through this type of thing.
Jack uses the bladder, which works. He then reaches the entrance and uses a piece of the moth's wing to get there.
Don't worry, Mothra is off to face Gigan across the universe. Now let's get the fight with the dragon! The dragon has a great design and is voiced by the great Clancy Brown.
For those who are not aware, Clancy Brown is an actor/voice actor mostly famous for his roles as Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob SquarePants and Lex Luthor from the DCAU. The dragon says that he needs help and blows out another gas cloud.
It's amazing how these people haven't died yet.
Jack agrees to help the dragon. Notice how the size of Jack and the dragon's mouth changes between shots.
I'm sorry to nitpick here, but why does the dragon have an inconsistent size? Is he the size of King Ghidorah or not? Make up your mind!
Jack reaches the dragon's uvula with 2 holes. One of the holes shoots out fire. Water then forces Jack down the second one.
I'm not an expert on the anatomy of dragons, but I think Jack went down the esophagus and is in the stomach.
As Jack floats on a bubble,
Oh yes. They float, Georgie. They float.
he notices a bird creature popping them. The bird creature tries to pop his, but Jack cuts the bird in half. Unfortunately, more are created. The bubble is then popped, and Jack grabs a vine before falling into the stomach acid.
You're probably asking yourself why there are vines inside the dragon. Guess what? Those are not vines! This dragon has loads of health problems. Jack should look into his parasites after this.
I'll give this episode some credit. It's very creative with the dragon's internal organs. This is one of the reasons why I love this episode. Everything we see in this whole sequence is colorful, and yet dangerous. I don't know why, but I just can't stop admiring the imaginative work from Tartakovsky and his crew. Now that we've arrived in the gas chamber, let's see the source of the problem.
It's a baby. A baby dragon.
This is no surprise to me. Male carnivores tend to eat their own young.
Jack ties the vines to his back and carries the egg to another chamber.
Thank you!
I think the dragon will have to pick up a hobby after this. Collecting treasure is a good start.
The baby dragon breaks the egg and lands Jack back in the village as the skies clear. The villagers proceed to celebrate as the dragon starts fires.
I hope there's a nearby fire brigade for this job.
I can tell you how to put out this fire. Fire rhymes with fire. Why, you rotten, dusty bag of germs!
I forgot to mention this early on, but the scissorsmith is married to the crow. It's very weird. Since he clearly has problems with her, I expect this to happen soon.
I want a divorce.
Wacha!
So that was Jack and the Dragon. This episode is a personal favorite of mine for these reasons. The creativity of what's inside the dragon, voice acting, great use of music, funny moments, and the oddball nature of the scissorsmith. In terms of funny episodes, this one is definitely in the ranks. Join me next time when I review episode 22. Now just remember, folks, I make this show for fun. I'm That Minnesotan Guy, bringing you all quality entertainment since 1996. Or is it 1986 or 1976? I don't know. I'll see you all next time.